What's up, guys? We're back. We're here at MSR Cresson. We're here for our first time attack. This is going to be running on 3 different courses this weekend. We're with Apex Fest. So we got a cool little time attack session thing going on this weekend, starting out here on the 1.7 course. So this weekend's gonna be kind of something special. We're running 3 different track layouts here at MSR Cresson. So we're gonna run the 1.7, the 1.3, and then we're gonna run them combined in the 3.1. So today we're gonna get 4 sessions, or really 3 sessions. Tomorrow we'll get 3 sessions on the 1.3, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll get 3 sessions on the 3.1. So we went out for our first practice session. It is absolutely pouring rain. So it rained all night last night. And the track's drying out a little bit, but we still have some very damp conditions. So we went out, got our first sessions. It wasn't too bad. Set some decent laps. I think I'm like 3rd right now in my class. So we'll see how this weekend goes. You know, I think the rain might kind of put me on a little bit of an advantage. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can set some fast laps. So we got some warm-up laps. Like I said, this is my first time here. The track's definitely very slippery right now, but we're gonna go out here in a few more minutes, set our first real time session. The first session doesn't count, so they're just using it for gridding purposes. So we're gonna go out, see what we can do in the car, and hopefully we can score some points in this layout. So wish us luck. We dropped the tire pressures just a little bit more. I came back in and they had raised up a little bit. You know, you're never too sure how much they're gonna warm up in the wet. Let's go ahead and get in the car. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film this first session, just a little bit tight on time, but let's get in the car and let's go set some fast laps. Okay guys, that was quite a session. So we're sitting on grid, about to go out, and it literally just starts pouring rain. Like, I mean, just dumping water. So we went out, we did a few laps, and I actually locked up into turn 1, went completely off. Car's all good, but it was on my first hot lap. So we're definitely gonna have to be careful out there. Of course, now it looks like it's clearing up again and no rain, but we have another session coming up in about 20 minutes. So I'll go ahead and get that one filmed. We didn't go any faster. So the first session, like the practice session, we did a 2 flat. This session we did a 206 in the rain. They're split up into 2 groups today for my classing. So we'll see how it goes today. The second group is about to go out, set some laps. Might be a little bit unfair considering that they get drier laps than we might get, but we'll see. We'll kind of do what we can with what we got. So should be a good time. Gonna try not to go off again, but car's all good, lips all good. We got a few little bits of grass here and there. Let's go set some laps. I'll record these and let's see how fast we can go. Well guys, yesterday didn't quite go as planned. We ended up not getting to go too much faster in that last session. We only ended up with like a 2 flat. So what ended up happening is that the track surface ended up drying like quite literally on the last lap. And when I tell you everybody went faster, I was able to get about 4 seconds faster just on the last lap. And the average was 4 to almost 15 seconds faster on a 1 lap shootout. So kind of unfortunate that we really didn't get any more dry laps. I was able to get some dry laps in the afternoon, just went out there with some of the HPDE guys. Unfortunate that we weren't able to go any faster. But today we're on the 1.3 course in the morning, and then later in the afternoon we're gonna be on the 3.1, which is, like I mentioned, a combination of both circuits. It rained last night. Hopefully we're gonna get some drier weather. It's not supposed to rain anymore, but that doesn't really look promising over there. It kind of looks like it might rain a little bit more. Hopefully we can get some dry laps and on the 1.3 and then the 3.1, and we can have some fun, you know, get some competition. And like I mentioned, this is my first time at this track. Definitely having a good time, and it's actually a pretty fun track. I'll probably throw up the video of me setting some hot laps on the 1.7 in the dry, which I was a little slow, but like I said, I only got 7 or 8 laps in the dry ever here. So I definitely plan to come back here. I definitely enjoy it, and had a really good time. So let's we're gonna go ahead and get the car prepped. I think the tire pressures are probably set. I'm gonna leave them, but I'll check them this morning. Otherwise we're pretty much ready and set to go for the rest of the day. So let's go ahead and get the car ready. We got about 45 minutes or so before our first session. We'll get all suited up, get ready, and we'll go set some laps. Well, we sat down to some good times on the 1.3 circuit. That's actually a really fun circuit. There's tons of angulation and just back and forth, constantly doing something on track. So that's a ton of fun on that circuit. It's a little sketchy. Going off is a little bit risky on that area. There's just not a ton of runoff, but you guys did see I went off once and into turn one, but no problems with the car. Everything checked out to be pretty good. But so we finished that session. We did okay. I think we ended up with a 109 or maybe a 108 flat is what we ended up doing on the 1.3. Not terribly great for our class. I think some of the fast guys are doing like a 103.3 or something, pretty nuts. But we're a little bit outclassed there. So now it's up to the 3.1. We got our first session in. It's basically a combination of the two tracks from earlier. There's two linkage roads that links the two between, and we got our first session on that. It's actually not too bad, but you know, some of the turns you come into now are a little bit higher pace, a little bit higher speed, so you gotta change up some of your braking zones. You know, just kind of watch for car control around the track. But we're doing good. Car's doing well. I might add a little bit of air to the front two tires. We checked our temps across the tire, and it seems like the inside of the tire is a little high, so might just be running a little bit much camber for this track. That's not too much of a problem. So we'll probably add a little bit of air to the fronts. Otherwise, car's doing well, and everything's going pretty smooth. So this track's actually a ton of fun. I'm having a great time out here with Apex. We have 2 more sessions left, both on the 3.1, and it's not like we're gonna podium or anything. I don't even know if we're gonna score any points this weekend, but definitely having a good time at my first time attack. So glad to be out here, and glad to be getting some practice in with the car. So let's go get some more laps and see how the rest of the weekend goes. Well guys, that's it for the day. I was able to improve. We got all the way down to a 27.0, so I think I missed out, quite honestly, I think I missed out on like points finish in this last lap by like 0.2 of a second. So it is what it is. I learned a ton at this track, and honestly, you guys will probably see, but I was sideways so much this weekend. And honestly, just learning some car control like that is always a good thing. So the car did flawlessly, no issues today. Brakes are looking good. We definitely wore through some of those pads a little bit more. They're not doing too bad. The rotors, you know, they got some cracks in them, but they're actually decent today. So car felt really good. Power felt really good. Overall, the setup was really, really nice. So I'm glad we had a good day out here and a good weekend. MSR Cresson is definitely a track that I'm going to be coming back to. So I had a ton of fun out here, learned a lot on the car. Overall, just a blast. That being said, I don't think we scored any points at all this weekend. But you know, that's part of Time Attack. It's my first event. Like I mentioned, we were kind of outclassed. There were a bunch of Supras with big aero and all sorts of stuff. I think there was an M3 on slicks. So, you know, it's just a little hard to compete against those guys. But nonetheless, I think we did well, performed well, did the best we can, and I'm I'm really excited to have performed in my my first time attack. Gonna make some changes to the car over the summer. We may or may not be doing one more event, and then next fall we'll come back and see if we can't go any faster. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.